What's up, Fire family? It's Kiahonfire, and welcome back to Conan Exiles. Today we are back on the Isle of SIPTAH. Have you ever wondered what is behind these big, massive doors in the tower in the middle? No? Or have you? Because I have. But finally, we're able to know what is behind these doors today. So when the Isle of SIPTAH initially released, you couldn't actually get inside of this tower in the center. However, you can now with this latest test live build. So you just approach it and all you do is you enter with a simple selection key, and then you can come inside the tower, and this is what it looks like. Huge, massive, grand, and then you have this magical looking center that goes all the way up into the tower. And if you look below, you got some magic-y stuff down there, some kind of sorcery fueling the tower. So, very, very interesting. I'm kind of wondering what it looks like in here when there's a storm, and I might actually try and trigger a storm to try and get that to apply. But as we go into these areas, there's a bunch of closed doors, but you can't seem to, enter them or anything yet. I wonder if they will do that in the future for things. There's scrolls everywhere, not found any you can pick up so far in this room, but the most important centerpiece in here is this part with the fire in the middle. Now, this works exactly how the library bookshelf works in the map room on the exiled lands. You have these altars that will only accept fragments of power in exchange for certain items. And these items are, well, anything that goes from armor to special items to weapons, legendary weapons, etc. So I'm going to have a look at those today as well and show you that. But this is the center tower. This is what is in here. Hidden recipes that these, I guess, the elders have been hiding away, and it is finally opened for us to use. So of course you're going to need your fragments of power in here, and all you need to do is just click E on one of the altars and you'll get a bunch of random things. As you can see, I got dragon bone armor there, cages, swords, wanderlust armor, lots of different bits and bobs. And then if I was to use another one of these, I get different things: pikes, shields, maces, elevators, fast elevators, you heard that right, and lots of bits and bobs in here. If we're going to go on this one, parchments, steel cages, which I got in the other one. It's just a mixture of things. I'm pretty sure you can click on any of the altars here currently and it will give you all the same scrolls. As you can see, pretty much the same. Legendary katana, yes, all of that. Silent Legion medium armor, you also get it from there. Shrapnel, grenades, parchment color candles. Yeah, any one of these will give you the same kind of thing out of them. So that was 100 fragments of power to get all of these different recipes here. So yeah, really interesting middle of the tower. You can actually jump in as well if you want to. That's why there's ladders there, because I think they assumed people would do that. I don't know how they're going to work this. I'm assuming perhaps this will be the way to fast travel to the exiled lands. I mean, it would make the most sense. It could be like the Well of Skelos, where you jump in and it teleports you for jumping in. Perhaps they could utilize something like that, or who knows. But I think it's pretty cool. I didn't expect they'd add this kind of thing in the middle of the tower. I'm hoping that perhaps in the later versions of SIPTAH, perhaps they will add some things behind the other doors. I don't know what that might be, but it would be cool to see maybe something hidden behind some of these doors around here, because there's absolutely loads. Unless that's just the outside of the tower and that's just features of it, then that's fair enough. Or perhaps you could have a secret way to pull one of these out and it leads to something. Who knows? Just throwing a few ideas out here. Is this what you expected to be in the middle of the tower? Or if you had your own game like this, what would you put in a tower such as this? I was kind of expecting to fight like a boss in here or something. Perhaps this could even be a boss portal in the very end. But I was expecting some kind of evil wizard in the tower, perhaps, that you would fight or could talk to or something regarding that. or perhaps a little bit more of their history in here. So let's take a look at some of the recipes this actually grants us from this place. So we have a bunch of cages. Now, I was a little bit sad about this because you can't actually open any of the doors. I think if you could, that would make these so much better than they are. Being able to have openable doors on this, or at least have the bar parts, you know, as like a wall function or a ceiling function, and then you could make your own one. I think that'd be cool, and then you could have a few ones where the door doesn't work. I mean, when you have it like open like this, or like that. But I mean, ones like this, or that, it would be really cool to have a functioning one, not just all ones that don't work. These all don't have functioning doors, so it's a little bit sad. But, I mean, there you go. You got some cages. I don't think... Can you even go in them? No, I don't think you can even go in them, which is a little bit of a shame. But there's those. You got these big pirate flags in the background, which I really quite like because I love the animation on them. They look really nice. You get them in 4 different colours that you can see here. So you got this red, the blue, the white, and the purple. You got this new armor here, which is technically not new, as you can see the outfit here. However, don't be fooled by its appearance. This is actually a really useful set because it's one that has a set bonus, not something you see a lot of in Conan Exiles. As you see, Wanderlust, increase climb and swim speed. So you should be able to climb a lot faster. As you can see, that is a lot faster than normal. And I'm actually gonna time it to see if how fast it is. So ready? I'm gonna like get on the wall first, and I'm gonna put my little finger there, and I think I'll stop when I get to the top of the elevator, and that's how I'm gonna record it. All right, so ready, 1 2 3 go. And I've started the timer. We're gonna climb up this wall. I'm gonna see how fast it takes me to climb this wall. Of course I'd have stam, but this time I don't because I'm checking it out, and I stopped. That is about 11 seconds and 11 seconds 42 milliseconds on that one. And then let's have a look if I just was to put my other gear on that I have so I'm not naked and climb up the exact same wall. Let's have a look at how long this is going to take. So I'm going to put my finger just on there. Ready, 3 2 1 go. I'm going to see how long it takes me, and as you can see already it's a lot slower. Stop, and it's 22 seconds 87 milliseconds. So that's almost half the speed of what it takes to usually climb. That stuff is pretty damn decent. The armor is light, of course. It doesn't give you much armor at all, but that's a pretty damn cool set bonus. There's also another thing you can make called a bone shrapnel grenade if you're lucky enough to get it. It's really damn cool. So you pretty much use it like a normal orb, bang it down, and it blows shrapnel everywhere. So we could do with someone to test this on, ideally. Let's spawn ourselves in a tier 3 archer, just a bog standard accursed archer. Tier 3, I'm going to throw a grenade at him. Boom! Feel that, dude? You can see he got cripple and bleed. And you can see it knocked off a decent amount of HP in one go. He's at 82% already. Throw another one. Boom! Have some more. Didn't get crippled this time, but he's bleeding, he's hurting. Boom, another one. That's quite nasty, especially if you get the cripple, and that bleed is horrible. Imagine having one of these thrown at you. Just seeing that the distance matters, whether he gets crippled or not. Even from this far away, I think he did get hurt a bit there. He's still bleeding out. Poor fellow. Right, would you stop bleeding kindly for me, sir? That's a pretty deadly grenade if you ask me. To get hit by. I quite like the bone shrapnel. Getting bleed is a pain in the ass. So if you didn't have your water skin or anything to get that bleed off of, that could be pretty brutal in PvP, I can imagine. That's a pretty good grenade. So bone shrapnel grenade is something you also get. Colourful candles, which we'll have a look at in a minute when I turn the sun down. You also get parchment papers, so you can write in them, anything like that, you know. You can write away, make a story, I don't know, whatever you want to do. You also get one of my favourite looking new armors. This is a Vitality armor set, by the way, just so you know. And it is the Dragon Bone armor. It's also heavy, so that's nice too. If I'm to wear a full set myself, this is just bog standard. I haven't crafted it with a better armor, so bear in mind, If you craft this with a better armorer, it will give you a better armor value, just so you know. But this is bog standard base, 1004 armor, that's really nice. Heavy armor, and then let's have a look at the attributes. It gives me a +4 in strength, +4 in vit, and +3 in grit. So it's kind of like Silent Legion armor in a way, as it has chopped up stats. It's pretty decent. You could do a mix and match here, actually. I've noticed something really interesting, that the fact that I can only wear the head, it says bonus vit on it, but it gives me +211 there, so clearly it's not just bonus vit. So if you wanted, you know, just like these attributes for one of the pieces, you're going to notice that it does a very odd thing that armors don't usually do. I don't know if that's intentional, it doesn't really feel intentional, but there you go. That is that armor. I really quite like it. I'm quite intrigued by it. You know, equal parts heat and cold resistant too, and pretty durable. They also got these gorgeous new chests, which thank goodness they added them, because we've been waiting for new chests for freaking ages. I'm not gonna lie. You got the nice, you know, Elderium kind of Elder Vault looking chests here that are usable. They have the same capacity as the other ones, as far as I know, as a normal box standard chest. That's nice. You're probably wondering what is behind me. Well, we have some new Silent Legion armor. If you saw my video yesterday, you would have got a sneak peek of this. This stuff, I'm really happy they added, because of course it's like a nod to when people used to use it a lot. They finally added a medium and a light variant. So these are two very nice sets. From what I can tell so far, their values, their attribute values and their armor values aren't quite right yet, because they don't seem to have anything marked down. And when I put them on, they're a little bit buggy, so you have to wait for the values on this, but it pretty much chalks out to be looking like it will be a lot like the heavy Silent Legion, with its stats spread out and not focused into one skill. And then let's have a look at some of our beautiful weapons. I'm going to call this like the dustpan lid or something, because it kind of looks like that. I'm not going to lie, I'm sorry. But some really nice weapons here. So let's get a better look at some of these. This is like a 1H mace. As far as I know, that's what they've named it anyway. It's a little bit peculiar. But it's a legendary mace. It does stun damage. Stun damage, this is going to be pretty good on a throw, I imagine. So that could be pretty nice. Decent stats. Remember, if you made it, then the stats would be a lot better than what you're seeing here. Next we have our sword. It's quite a sharp sword. This is a legendary 1H sword, and it gives you stam regen. We're definitely going to have a further look into these, because there's some really interesting stats on these, but pretty decent sword. I'm not going to lie, I really like the aesthetics of these new weapons, and I'm really glad they have tarded up some of the weapon arsenals a bit. Now the display is missing here, but this is called escalating. I don't know what the hell that would mean. It has no description, and definitely going to have to test it. But it has a lower value on here, so I don't know if that's quite correct for a legendary, but we'll definitely see what escalating means for this weapon anyway. I know what it means as in it means as its definition, but not what it means in the game. Next, let's have a look at this hammer, which I mean, I really love the head on this. Is it wolves or bears? I don't know. It looks really nice though, but it's called a shield breaker, so I'm pretty sure that would just go smashing through your shield. People with a shield, beware of this item. Then we have our next weapon, which kind of looks like a pharaoh sword, I'm not gonna lie. It's a legendary 2H sword, so I imagine it's going to work like a normal sword. Bonus agility on that one, and it's pretty damn good health damage. Now we have a polearm or a spear. It's pretty big, it's pretty cool, kind of looks like a trident in a way, I don't know. But it gives bonus strength, vit, and grit, and has some reach on there, so this could be a pretty nice pike if you like that. Now this is actually a katana. It looks really nice. I like the kind of theme they have going on here, but this is just a legendary katana. I'm assuming it doesn't have a proper name yet, but it's called Blood Drinker. Again, another one I'm gonna have to test, because that sounds like a really interesting perk on there. Now we have a two-handed axe, so here we go. If you're wondering what the 1H and the 2H means, that's pretty much meaning two-handed or one-handed. And yeah, this thing looks pretty damn cool. I'm pretty sure that's a seahorse I'm looking at right here. And the stats is bonus grit and whirlwind, of course, that you'd usually get on a normal two-handed axe. Now this bow, I absolutely love the style of. I mean, look how cute it is with the wings. It's like Cupid's bow or something. Love it. Ripping is the perk on it. Sounds pretty scary again. I'm gonna have to test what that does. But pretty damn cool. I love the look of it. Now this is a little short sword. It's got a kind of an Egyptian theme to it, I think. I don't know what that theme is. But here we go, if you like that, it's got a perk called Wasting, and these are space values and stuff like that. And then we have these little kind of lizard daggers, or snake daggers, whatever you want to call them. Legendary daggers. Nimble is the perk. So yeah, another pair of daggers, and they actually look really damn cool, not gonna lie. And then finally we have a truncheon. It doesn't have a custom skin on it, but it's called a heavyweight truncheon. This is another thing you can get. As you can see, 1 health damage, 0 armor pen, and it is a weighted club for knocking out your foes. So definitely look forward to a video testing all these weapons out and giving them a go and seeing what they do. And subscribe to the channel if you do want to see that video, because I'm definitely going to test these out and see what they do. But for now, I'm just giving you a look at what there is and what there is new to the center tower. But will it replace Seth's truncheon though? Who knows? And last and least, something very important, probably why you're wondering why I have elevators. Well, there's a thing called the fast elevator now. So this is the slow one, this is the fast one. I'm going to pull the chain on this one first to give this one a fair chance, but I'm going to give you an idea of how incredible this is. I'll pull that chain quickly. Oh, I seem to not pull that chain, so I'm going to pull that back up. Let me put that back up. Alright, so let's quickly do this. Pull that chain. Pull that chain. As you can see, there wasn't much in it, and I pulled the slow one first. But look at the speed of that fast elevator coming down. Finally they've added something like this, because oh my god, I'm not even going to bother with this elevator. I'm just going straight for this one, depending on the cost of making it. But look how much faster that is in comparison to the slow old one. Now I'm going to try and, you know, grab the handle on that one. I'm going to send it off, send this one off. And it's just, this one's gone first, and this one's just out champing it. It's about, I don't know, twice the speed of that one, 3 times the speed. It's a lot faster. Brilliant stuff. And I don't really need to time it, because you can see how much faster it is than this. It's definitely worth getting the fast one. I would definitely be spending fragments of power over there to even just get this in general. So some really nice stuff. Of course, it falls under the library of the usual stuff that you would get from the other map, depending if you have a, when they put it in, the transfers over. You can buff up this library of Easter egg artifacts, whatever you want to call it. I probably said that horribly wrong, but whatever. So yeah, this falls under this. So again, it's a lot like the bookcase on the other map, but you get all these different cool items, as you can see here. And that should pretty much be all of them, as well as lightweight arrows, which I didn't really notice having much of a special thing. I'm going to end the video with showing you off some candle lights. And here we go, the middle of the night, where we can have a look at some of our coloured candles. It doesn't really give off like a massive glow, I'm not going to lie. But you can see the colour coming off them a little bit. So I think if you really want the colour to stand out, you're going to have to make a lot of these candles. I'm just going to tell you that now. But yeah, some really, really cool additions to the Isle of SIPTAH. I'm really glad they're adding all this really cool stuff. But yeah, let me know what you think. What's your favourite out of all these selections? What do you see yourself using? Anyway, thank you for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!